What if everything you've ever known, the world around you, your experiences, even your thoughts, was part of a vast simulation? What if everything, from the sky above to the ground beneath your feet, was all just an illusion, a construct designed to keep you trapped in a never-ending loop? It might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, but what if I told you that the possibility of living in a simulation is more real than you think? In today's video, we're going to explore the mind-bending concept of the simulation theory and how you, yes you, can actually exit the simulation. It's not just some far-off fantasy. It's a reality that you have the power to tap into. But how do you even begin to break free from the life you've always known and enter into a new realm of existence? Well, stay tuned because we're about to uncover the steps to doing just that. But before we get into the details, I want to hear from you. Do you think we're living in a simulation? Or does that idea sound too far-fetched to even consider? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get a conversation going. And if this video sparks something deep within you, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more mind-expanding content like this. Now let's dive into what the simulation really is and how you can break free from it. Trust me, this might change the way you see everything. 1. Understanding the simulation theory. Before we talk about how to exit the simulation, it's essential to understand what the simulation theory is. The idea is simple but mind-blowing. What if everything around us, our reality, the experiences we live through, the people we meet, are not real at all? What if we're all living in a computer-generated simulation, a vast, intricate system that's designed to mimic reality? It's a concept that has been explored by thinkers and philosophers for centuries, but it was popularized in the modern era by people like philosopher Nick Bostrom and tech moguls like Elon Musk. According to Bostrom's famous simulation argument, there's a high probability that we are indeed living in a simulation. The theory suggests that a super-advanced civilization, capable of creating incredibly complex simulations, might have built this one as a test, experiment, or perhaps even for entertainment. We could be nothing more than digital beings, unaware of the true nature of the world we inhabit. Now, before you dismiss this as science fiction, let's break it down. If you think about how far technology has come, it's not hard to imagine a future where simulations are indistinguishable from reality. Video games, virtual reality, and augmented reality are all technologies that already blur the line between what is real and what is simulated. If humans can create these virtual worlds now, what's to stop future civilizations from creating something far more advanced? Could they have created this world we live in today? The more you dig into the science, the more compelling the idea becomes. And it's not just the technological advances that make this theory interesting. It's also the eerie coincidences in how our universe operates. The rules of physics, the mathematical precision of nature. It all seems like it could be a product of a carefully programmed system designed for some higher purpose. 2. Signs that you're in a simulation. Now that we have an idea of what the simulation is, let's look at some of the signs that might point to the fact that you are already living in one. These signs might seem small, but once you start paying attention, you might begin to see the pattern. Déjà vu. You know that feeling you get when something happens, and it feels strangely familiar. The sensation that you've experienced this exact moment before. This could be a glitch in the simulation, a moment when the code doesn't quite align and loops back on itself. Synchronicities and coincidences. Do you ever notice strange coincidences happening around you? People showing up in your life at just the right moment, events unfolding in a way that feels too perfect to be random. Some believe that these synchronicities are signs that the simulation is actively guiding your path, making things work out for you in ways that seem too uncanny to be by chance. The Mandela effect. Another strange phenomenon tied to the simulation theory is the Mandela effect. You've probably heard of it. When large groups of people remember things differently than they actually are. For example, Many people remember the Monopoly man having a monocle, but in reality, he never did. These collective false memories could be a result of the simulation's code being altered or glitching. Time slips or missing time. How often do you lose track of time? Or even stranger, how often do you find that hours have gone by without any recollection of what you did? People showing up in your life at just the right moment, events unfolding in a way that feels too perfect to be random. Some believe that these synchronicities are signs that the simulation is actively guiding your path, making things work out for you in ways that seem too uncanny to be by chance. The Mandela effect. Another strange phenomenon tied to the simulation theory is the Mandela effect. You've probably heard of it, when large groups of people remember things differently than they actually are. For example, many people remember the Monopoly man having a monocle, but in reality, he never did. These collective false memories could be a result of the simulation's code being altered or glitching. Time slips or missing time. How often do you lose track of time? Or even stranger, how often do you find that hours have gone by without any recollection of what you did? Time anomalies like this could be an indication that the simulation is resetting or glitches are happening within the program. Patterns in nature. If you look closely enough, you'll notice that nature operates on a precise, almost mathematical level. The Fibonacci sequence, fractals, the perfect symmetry in flowers and leaves. These things are too consistent to be mere coincidences. Some believe that these patterns are the building blocks of the simulation's code, showing us that the world around us is structured like a digital program. 3. The power of consciousness. How your awareness can shift your reality. One of the most fascinating aspects of the simulation theory is the idea that consciousness plays a vital role in our experience of reality. If we are living in a simulation, our awareness may be the key to changing the rules of the game. Think about it. Your mind is capable of altering your perception of reality. Ever heard of people who claim to manifest their desires or change their circumstances through sheer willpower? This could be the result of tapping into the deeper layers of the simulation. Your thoughts, beliefs, and intentions might have the power to alter the code of your experience. What if by increasing your awareness, you could literally hack the system? What if you could manipulate the simulation, just like a programmer can edit the code of a computer program? This is where the concept of breaking free from the simulation truly comes into play. 4. How to exit the simulation. Steps to freedom. So, how exactly do you exit the simulation? Let's break down some steps that might help you achieve just that. Step 1. Increase your awareness. The first step is to become aware of the simulation itself. The more you understand about the nature of reality, the more you begin to see the glitches, the patterns, and the signs that point to something bigger. Practice mindfulness, meditation, and introspection to deepen your connection to your true self. When you understand that you are more than just a character in a program, you gain the ability to transcend the limitations of the simulation. Step 2. Break the illusion of control. One of the most powerful aspects of the simulation is that it tricks you into believing you have full control over everything. The truth is, you're being guided by the program, even in the most mundane moments. To break free, you must let go of the need for control and surrender to the flow of life. By doing this, you're aligning yourself with the higher code of the simulation, which allows you to step outside the constraints of the illusion. Step 3. Shift your perception. The simulation thrives on your perception of reality. If you see the world as a set of rigid rules and limitations, the simulation will continue to hold you in place. But if you start seeing reality as fluid, malleable, and full of possibility, you begin to unlock new doors and break free from the constraints of the simulation. Step 4. Trust the process. This is a big one. You need to trust that you are not just a puppet in the simulation. You are the consciousness that guides your experience. When you trust in the process of life, you stop fighting against the current and begin to flow with it. This trust will allow you to shift your reality, even escape the simulation entirely, if that's your true desire. It may sound like something out of a sci-fi novel, but the truth is, the simulation theory forces us to question everything we think we know about reality. If we are living in a simulation, it means we have the potential to break free, to exit the loop, and reclaim our true power. So, what do you think? Do you believe we're living in a simulation? And if so, are you ready to break free from it? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this mind-bending concept. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more of these thought-provoking topics, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future discussions.